We are just days away from the launch of Artemis II, the next step in our pursuit of an American base, first on the moon and then one day on Mars. Astronauts are about to board this very spacecraft, Orion, a spaceship more than 2 decades in the making. The cost, $40 billion. The Artemis II mission has been delayed by about 2 months. Fuel leaks, other rocket issues. The Orion capsule on the rocket will be carrying 4 astronauts on this 10-day mission, traveling 685,000 miles around the moon and back before it splashes down in the Pacific. Now, the astronauts making this journey arrived at the launch site this week to prepare for their mission around the moon. The crew of 4 includes NASA's Reed Wiseman, the commander of the mission and former Navy test pilot, another former Navy test pilot, Victor Glover, who will become the first African-American man to travel to deep space. Christina Koch, an engineer, will become the first woman to venture to the moon, and the Canadian Space Agency's Jeremy Hansen, a fighter pilot, who will be the first non-NASA astronaut to be joining a lunar mission. And the launch is fast approaching, set for 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday night. Now, NASA's goal for the Artemis program to build an American base near the moon's lunar south pole. I asked NASA's Berdis, an Artemis II project manager, when NASA plans to have that moon base operational and how this mission can help a future manned mission to Mars. Here's our conversation.
As far as duration goes, we're expecting to have presence there around the 2028 plus timeframe. We have a phased approach on getting humanity back to the surface, and then obviously developing our infrastructure and then working into that sustained lunar presence. The South Pole is a very unique location for us because there are many craters there that do not see sunlight at the bottom of the crater, and there's a really good potential that we have water ice in those craters, and so that's really beneficial for us to have a water system there already in place for us. The other thing is that on the South Pole we have sustained solar capabilities, and so that's also, right now with current technology, energy is life, and so if we can continue to create energy on the lunar surface, we can continue to have our presence there, and so that's what we're really after.
Would the idea be melting any ice presence for drinkable water for a colony on the moon?
There are many capabilities that we can use for ice water, of course. I'm sure one of them eventually will be, can we use ice on the lunar surface to give us the sustainment building blocks for life there? But for right now, there's a lot of technologies there just trying to demonstrate if we can use the water that's on the moon for the systems that we have for our crew.
Wow. How does exploring the moon help NASA prepare for Mars eventually?
Absolutely. So like I mentioned earlier, so it's really nice that we have a really friendly neighbor, the moon, near us. The reason why is because if we go to Mars, we're a very long distance away, and the ability for, hopefully not, but if we had to do a rescue mission, we're few and far in between on our ability to get those launch windows in. And so obviously the best path forward is to do it by stepping stone. If we can go to the lunar surface first, bring the technologies that we want to take to Mars to the lunar surface, fully test them out, what we can do is you can, in a controlled environment, learn how those systems fail, and then you can learn how we have to spare those systems, what their limits are of those systems, and so when we go to Mars as the stepping stone, then we are fully capable of understanding exactly how those systems are going to perform, and we're reducing our risk of going to Mars. And so the lunar surface is really important to us because it gives us that testing ground and that proving ground to do that.
How long does it take to go to the moon at this time, and how long does it take to send a human crew to Mars?
Right, so I might be a little bit wrong on my numbers. I believe it's about 4 days to get to the moon and 4 days to come back. The Artemis II mission is about a 10-day duration mission. To go to Mars, it's a little bit different story. I believe it's 6 to 9 months travel time, but it really depends on when you leave Earth and what your launch window looks like. That's the key, because as you're probably familiar, the Earth and Mars are sometimes near each other, and sometimes they're on the opposite side of the sun from each other.
Right.
And so you have to make sure that your launch window is at the right time.
Wow, and I understand NASA is also using this 10-day mission to learn more about the challenges of these longer duration space flights. Can you tell us about some of the science investigations that will be part of this mission and what still needs to be figured out for any future manned astronaut missions to Mars?
Sure. So for the Artemis II Orion mission that's coming up in a couple days, we have a science payload on board called Avatar, and essentially what it is it has human tissue on board in a contained environment. And what the interest is understanding what kind of radiation levels and how those radiation levels affect that human tissue on its way to the moon and back. This is very important to us because we want to, of course, when we go into later missions where we're sustaining longer and longer duration missions on the surface, we need data to understand how to protect our astronauts' health and safety, and then of course also our equipment safety. And so those radiation levels and that data we get back from this mission will fix that, or at least help with that.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.